We are in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, for an interconference matchup right here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And featuring two of the best bigs in the league, Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
Well, one of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Hakeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game, and there are some elite ones doing it now. Wired a little bit differently than guys of the past. They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those players, obviously, to step out and shoot the three-point shot. So modern-day game, modern-day play.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Green, and it's Harrell in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Irving against Beverley. Irving finds Williams. Now Durant. 5 on the clock. Over George. He's off on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Beverley. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Patrick Beverley grew up in the west side of Chicago. He said it was a pretty rough high school to go to, Brent.
John Marshall Metropolitan, and he was the head of a 1-2-2 full court press where he just racked up a bunch of steals. Can you imagine just not getting the ball ever over half court? That's because Patrick Beverley was up there playing defense.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Leonard. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Well, I like what the defense tried to do. They crowded Kawhi, but he's just getting so creative near the basket.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Patrick Beverley last season excited for a bigger role on the Clippers, but knee surgery wiped out his season.
Yeah, and he's in the final year of his contract, Kevin. A lot at stake as he hopes to earn a significant raise from a salary that's been one of the league's best bargains. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Good.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Here's Dinwiddie. The offensive rebound. Clippers leading by 5. The shot from 20 feet away. That's good for George on the assist by Williams.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Here's Prince. Williams trying to break free. Here's Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The Clippers last season really proving the value of the new two-way contracts. G League players who could step up and play a lot of time with the parent club.
I mean, the Agua Caliente, that's the name of their G League squad, was huge last year as the Clippers pretty much became the lab rats for how these two-way contracts were going to work, how you move players up and down between the rosters. And Doc found some real winners last year that came in and started a ton of games for Doc Rivers, and their contributions almost got them to the playoffs. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
And then Allen slams it in.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Free throws have been a struggle for DeAndre Jordan. He was asked if he'd ever consider shooting them underhanded like so.
I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular for a while. And if that's my last resort, then so be it.
You know, he's made some progress with his unusual method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who were getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Williams. Ivica Zubac is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Paul George. Drills it from outside.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
And Irving launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Williams outside, and another 3 for the Clippers. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top.
Yeah.
MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. And so Irving nails both of them. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Williams looking around. Tipped away. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Beverley dishes to Harrell. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Durant's running, and they take the lead. Durant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
There's not much you can do. This is KD, ferocious on his drives inside and powers right through the defense.
Here's Williams, and the slam by Williams.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And, Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
It's Durant on the wing. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. .103 left in the first half of basketball. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
There's a minute left in the first half for Los Angeles. They've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Back to Williams. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning. Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And the shot goes in. Williams has got 15 points.
So good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
Right side, Durant. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Durant. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
The Nets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Durant.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight.
Leonard against Prince. Outside Leonard. Shot from the wing. Again, the Clippers.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in, you got to get him off his spots.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets out in front, up by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They were a little more aggressive in the second quarter, and it paid off. They went from trailing to now holding a 2-point halftime lead. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce, period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Jordan. Irving is out there with LeVert, and it's Allen Williams, and it's Durant in at the three. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a summer league where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And Sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Irving against Beverley. Harrell up top. Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got his second bucket.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, DA. Thanks.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Clippers trail by 4.
Well, Montrezl Harrell, seen by many as a throw-in in that Chris Paul trade, has paid huge dividends for the Clippers.
Harkless on the wing. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Brooklyn's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. And with Harrell standing 6'8", he seems undersized, Brent, but his wingspan measured over 7'4".
Well, the wingspan and the effort that he plays with, which is hard to measure but easy to see, makes him very unique at that position. Long arms, very strong, and just runs the floor. I mean, he just takes off down the floor and hard to stop once he gets going.
Clock at 6. Harkless with it. He's against Allen. They now take the lead. Harkless has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Irving passes to Jordan. Beverley against Irving. Jacks up a three. It's good from long range. Irving's got 12.
This is where Kyrie can work some of his magic out there on the floor. Excels at getting the screen and taking advantage of any space he gets.
Here's George. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Irving against Beverley. Here's Jordan, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
Well, with the physical tools he has, Jordan's presence in the paint looms very large, and he knows to live there.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. That one, no good. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Green. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. George with the ball. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot, and that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Durant. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Durant. Allen outside. The three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. George, count it, and the foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Allen Williams, he's checked in for Allen. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling. Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
How about the focus there from Sweet Lou? Simply incredible at finding ways to convert through the contact.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
And he can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss, and they have no idea how to contain him.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan comes in for Taurean Prince, and Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said, they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
Williams kicks to Leonard. Fader on the way, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. No good from Durant.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 8 points for Leonard.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Pass to LeVert. Harrell against Jordan. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jordan finds Irving. Knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and they take the lead. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Nets.
And Kyrie right now taking it to another level. We know he's capable.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 1. 1:35 left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. On the wing, Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Irving's got 21.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix. Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Sometimes it just comes down to sheer will, taking challenges head on because you need those points.
Leonard. They shoot again, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows them to send those shots back.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
Irving against Beverley. Irving surveying the floor. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Time working against them here.
Got to grab a quick score and a foul, and even then it might be too late. And now the go-to guy in these situations, Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he is unable to get the second one. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So he comes up empty, missing both. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
From deep. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates that did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but 1 man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.